Ripple has stated that it would continue to add new features and functionality to the platform as the platform's growth becomes more apparent. These additions will be made by integrating the capabilities that were previously established in-house with the requirements of Ripple's customers. In addition to certain states in the United States, Ripple has announced that the Liquidity Hub is now available in Brazil and Australia. Previously, it had only been available in certain areas in the United Areas. Additionally, the business asserts that it will proceed to add additional assets in a manner that is compliant in order to satisfy the requirements of enterprise clients. Since it first opened for business, Liquidity Hub has provided support for a variety of stablecoins, including USDC and USDT. Additional trading user interface elements and better service level agreements for cryptocurrency deposit processing are among the new features that have been added as part of an effort to optimize business operations. It is anticipated that this would result in a notable enhancement of the user experience across a diverse array of consumer groups, including NFT marketplaces, cryptocurrency ATMs, and brokers. In addition, Ripple has hinted at the installation of numerous additional features that will soon be available on the Liquidity Hub. These features, which include a sandbox environment and other capabilities, are aimed at further enhancing the user experience. Ripple presently offers payout options in 70 countries, which together account for more than 90% of the daily FX market. Bitcoin is presently trading at approximately $26,000 and has increased by 1 point in the past 24 hours, bringing its total gain to 7%. 637 Ethereum, which is a 2% gain from the previous price. The price of Ethereum has increased by 2% from its previous level. Both USD and USDC have made their way back to the dollar, and XRP is once again trading at a higher price than USDC. Its price has also climbed by 1.7%, and in terms of the entire market value for cryptocurrencies, it is currently getting closer to the 50-cent milestone that it was previously. We have seen a gain of roughly $22 billion, but our position is essentially the same as it was 2 to 3 months ago. There has been no alteration to this. September is a bad month until we get out of it, and into October, at which time we can start talking about the bull run. It's as simple as that. Nothing has changed until then except for you. Discussing the usefulness of a coin should be done in the context of its role as the primary factor in determining its price. The value of a token can be calculated by adding its utility to its speculative potential, and then adding its demand. Wall Street is coming closer to Bitcoin, which has the potential to reach an all-time high valuation of approximately $18 trillion during this bull cycle. This market valuation has the ability to reach an all-time high during this bull cycle. You are absolutely perplexed on how we arrived at this point, which is why you are probably inquiring about how we reached $1 trillion with rep. In addition to the Ethereum virtual machine sidechain, the protocol is hard at work developing an automated market maker that will operate as the prime node for the network. This will be analogous to the role that Uniswap plays in the Ethereum ecosystem. The development activities of XRPL have been broadened to include other essential areas, such as the correction of bugs and the subsequent upgrade of the entire system. A new age is about to begin, and it will be ushered in by the imminent launch of the EVM sidechain. This will bring the protocol into alignment with the existing DeFi titans. Money always comes out on top. Does it seem like this is the lowest point? Observe this further drop, which brings us back to the all-time highs that we reached in 2017 and 2018. It's not completely out of the idea that it could yet happen in the future. Should it occur, you will be faced with the gravest of fears. However, you are already aware of what will take place when the market reaches its most hungry moment. That would be me stocking up on all of the less expensive cryptocurrencies, since I am aware of what is going to happen in the near future. The price of XLM has also achieved an all-time high. While the price of Bitcoin has broken its previous all-time high and XRP has smashed its previous all-time high, the spot price of Bitcoin has reached an all-time high. Casper retested the 50-cent range using a coin valued between 2 and 3 cents, and he passed on the results of his analysis to you. Putting it out there, I have faith in the idea that the top 50 XRP wallets in the world control 9.5% of the total assets on the platform, which is absurd. I believe this to be the case. Why does this happen to be the case? Why are you questioning your own sanity in this manner? I would prefer it if you did not inquire about that matter. Why did that happen? I want you to give some thought to the aforementioned inquiry, as well as the bigger picture. In any version of Matt Hamilton's account of the events, I have already counted the number of times that I have cautioned you about it, and every time they try to engage you, their goal is to get you to raise your voice so that they can get you amped up on amusing news. This is not groundbreaking information. It's been 3 years since Ripple found out how Amazon was taking advantage of Ripple's cryptocurrency. However, what exactly is it that he is doing? He is preparing you for this now. Is he attempting to entice you in any way? Please be aware that accounts like this can put you in harm's way. They pose a threat to our safety. Let us now talk about leadership, shall we? However, it is extremely intriguing, and it is very sensible when you are doing so. I want you to give some thought to the topic of leadership. XRP was NASA contractor David Schwartz-Lyman, who later went on to develop Hashdraft. David Schwartz-Lyman was also the inventor of Hashdraft. Quant is a member of OBAR as one of its members. Around the time when Gilbert Verdian was serving as president of DRPA, David Marinas, the founder of the TC300, made a donation to the organization, XDC, which is offered by Casper and Accenture Digital. Mr. Ross McKay and Mr. Andrew Castman's Swift connection has a history that extends back for 24 years. There are many projects in this space with large aspirations that have emerged from these big ideas, and Tom Goldzer, the man who came up with the idea for DocSign ICP and co-founder of the 3 companies, Paul Masad Iamina, a former vice president at Goldman Sachs, and Jun Kim, the person who created the forum, all agree on this point. These huge corporations have seen tremendous success with their Bitcoin ventures, which they have recently started. If I were a betting man, which I am not, but if I were, I would take the old Rample tonight bet on the Minnesota Vikings plus I6 to Philadelphia because I believe they won that game. If I were a betting man, I would do this because I believe I am a betting man. According to the notions presented by David Schwartz, this is David Schwartz's non-speculators' competitive pools of liquidity, and anybody can contribute to the need for XRP as liquidity and the automated trading system. This was an answer to a query about whether or not speculators are the only ones who can move the price of XRP. It seemed like the right time for a bull run for people to begin depositing money into these AMA liquidity pools and withdrawing at any time they choose to do so. Mark is developing liquidity pools which will very quickly become accessible to users. David Schwartz feels exactly the same way as you do. Mickey B is without a doubt one of the most intelligent people I have ever had the pleasure of conversing with, as evidenced by our prior interactions. When he does tweet, he may not do it very often, but when he does, he drops bombshells for which you are responsible. When we get to the top of the hill, I want to make sure that you and I don't forget to keep an eye on our hands so that we don't forget that others are paying attention and that we are getting closer to achieving our goal.